Hello everyone. In this video, we are going to learn how to use the zoom command and the pan command and how to use these two commands with the mouse. Okay, starting here, it is needed to have some objects drawn. So these are my objects. Okay. Starting with zoom. Zoom, it's the command executed with seed, enter, and you have these options here. Let's see. If you click in all, the zoom fits to the paper size that is set up in the limits command. But limits command is another obsolete command, so we are going to leave that way. Okay, zoom all. This is it. Zoom center. This center point, and the height you can set it up with 2 points. For example, these 2 points. So it makes the zoom with this height with the center point you set up in the start. Returning to seed, you can repeat the last command with enter. Dynamic, it's very useful. Zoom, dynamic. And we are going to set this window and we are going to put it here only. When we are in the place, we click and then enter, and we zoom in that part of the window. Okay, repeating zoom. Extend is very useful because it draws all the objects as high as it can and as wide as it can. That is zoom extends. Zoom again. Previous is very useful too because you can return to the previous zoom you did, and on and on. So zoom previous again, and zoom previous again and again and again. Zoom previous, zoom scale. Zoom scale is very useful for plotting for these layouts. It's very easy. Scale. For example, I need a magnification of 10. This is 10. See? The real circle is 10 times the size shown in the drawing area. Zoom scale 1 will show 1 will show the objects in their so to speak real size. Zoom window, it's very useful. For example, zoom window here in this area, so you will make a zoom in this area. Again, zoom object is also very useful. I want to focus on this rectangle, but this is not limited to one object. You can select two objects, for example this and this, and it makes as wide as it can the two borders of our object borders. Okay, good. The last thing you have to see is that the option all, it has an uppercase letter, the A. This has the C, D, E, P, S, W, and O. So if you don't have a mouse, you can execute these commands with these letters. So for example, previous P, enter. Zoom window W, enter, window, and so on. But there is one option that is not listed in that way. That is very useful when you don't have a mouse. So it's you can see here it's between greater and less than is the real time option, and it can be executed this way: zoom, enter, enter again, or with the spacebar: zoom, space, space, zoom, space, space, and you have to hold the left click and then move down to zoom out, or move up to zoom in. That's all. Okay, this is zoom. Now pan, it's executed with P only, pan, and allows you to move the drawings in the area with just one simple click. These two commands you can execute it in the navbar. That is very useful when you don't have a mouse. For example, pan here, and the same thing. And in the case of the zoom, you have this little arrow here, that is another button, and you can see zoom extend, zoom window, zoom preview, zoom real time. So including real time here, good. So we are going to use it, up and down, zoom in, zoom in, zoom out. Okay. The last option is here, it's real time. The option by default is zoom extends. And the last way of doing this zoom and pan commands is with the wheel of the mouse. Okay. In some cases, when you turn the wheel down or backwards, it makes a zoom in, zoom out, excuse me. And sometimes when you turn backwards, AutoCAD can make a zoom in. That differs in the mouse. It's not in AutoCAD's configuration, it's in the mouse. So just turn it to discover what kind of mouse you have. Okay, the another command pan is made or executed holding the wheel button down. You can move the objects in the area. This is not changing the coordinates of these objects. It's moving the so-called paper or the, the location of these objects in the drawing area. That's it. I hope it is useful, and thanks for watching.